Embark on an intriguing journey through the labyrinthine corridors of the mind, where the constraints of logic dance and intertwine. Here, the gentle whispers of wisdom beckon us to explore the rich tapestry of philosophical paradoxes. Let the soothing rhythm of these enigmas wrap around you, inviting you into a realm of profound relaxation and thoughtful reflection. The Ship of Theseus. Imagine a scenario where a ship sails across the sea. Over time, as it faces wear and tear, its wooden planks begin to rot and need replacing. Gradually, each old plank is removed and replaced with a new one. Eventually, every single plank of the ship is replaced. Now, here is the twist: after all the original parts have been replaced, is the ship still the Ship of Theseus? Or has it become a completely different ship? This question raises intriguing philosophical issues about identity and continuity. To visualize this paradox, consider two scenarios. In the first, we have the original Ship of Theseus, fully restored with new materials. In the second, suppose someone gathers all the old, removed planks and reconstructs the ship exactly as it was. Which ship, if either, is the true Ship of Theseus? This paradox challenges our understanding of identity over time. It raises questions about what it means for an object to remain the same despite changes to its components. If every part of the ship is replaced, can it still be considered the same ship, or has it transformed into something else entirely? The Ship of Theseus paradox has implications that extend beyond simple objects. It prompts us to reconsider the nature of identity in living beings. For example, human cells continuously regenerate, leading us to ask if a person remains the same individual throughout their life, despite constant physical changes. Philosophically, the paradox engages with concepts of continuity, persistence, and the essence of objects. If we define identity based on physical components, then the ship with replaced parts is not the original. However, if we view identity as a matter of continuity of function and purpose, then the restored ship could still be considered the Ship of Theseus. In popular culture, the Ship of Theseus paradox has been explored in various forms, from literature to film, often highlighting the complexities of identity and change. These explorations invite us to reflect on our own experiences and the nature of the self. Looking forward, the Ship of Theseus paradox remains a valuable thought experiment for examining our understanding of identity and existence. While it may not have a definitive answer, it encourages deep philosophical inquiry and introspection about the nature of change and the essence of what it means to be. In summary, the Ship of Theseus paradox is a compelling puzzle that prompts us to reconsider our notions of identity, continuity, and reality. By examining this paradox and its implications, we gain a deeper understanding of the complexities associated with change and the broader philosophical questions it raises. The Banach-Tarski paradox. Imagine a mathematician named Alice who becomes fascinated by the Banach-Tarski paradox, a result in set theory and geometry that challenges our intuitive understanding of volume and space. The paradox states that it is theoretically possible to take a solid ball, divide it into a finite number of non-overlapping pieces, and then reassemble those pieces into two identical solid balls, each the same size as the original. This astonishing conclusion leads Alice to grapple with a profound paradox: how can something seemingly impossible be true in mathematics? To illustrate this paradox, consider a solid sphere, like a rubber ball. According to traditional notions of volume, if you have one ball, you cannot create two full-sized balls from it. Yet, the Banach-Tarski paradox asserts that through a series of mathematical operations involving infinite sets and the axiom of choice, it is possible to achieve this seemingly absurd outcome. Alice realizes that the paradox hinges on the nature of the pieces involved. The pieces generated by the Banach-Tarski construction are not conventional physical objects, they are abstract mathematical sets that cannot be measured in the usual sense. This leads her to question the implications of such results for our understanding of infinity, mathematics, and the real world. The Banach-Tarski paradox raises significant philosophical questions about the nature of mathematical objects and the foundations of mathematics itself. It challenges our intuitive grasp of volume and suggests that our everyday experiences may not always align with mathematical theory. In the realm of set theory, the paradox highlights the role of the axiom of choice, which allows for the selection of elements from infinite sets. This axiom is controversial and has sparked debates among mathematicians regarding its implications and validity. Moreover, the paradox has implications for the philosophy of mathematics. It invites discussions about the nature of mathematical existence and whether mathematical objects have a basis in physical reality. If we can create two identical spheres from one, what does that say about the nature of infinity and the concept of measure? In popular culture, the Banach-Tarski paradox has inspired narratives that explore themes of infinity, creation, and the limits of human understanding. From science fiction stories to philosophical discussions, the paradox invites reflection on the nature of reality and the power of mathematics to describe it. Looking ahead, the Banach-Tarski paradox remains a captivating exploration of mathematical theory and its philosophical implications. It encourages us to consider the boundaries between mathematics and the physical world, as well as the nature of infinity. In summary, the paradox of the Banach-Tarski paradox is a profound inquiry into the nature of volume, infinity, and mathematical abstraction. By examining this paradox, we gain insights into the foundations of mathematics, the role of the axiom of choice, and the fundamental questions about the relationship between mathematical theory and reality. The barber paradox. Imagine a small town where there exists a barber who shaves all those men who do not shave themselves. This leads to a curious situation that raises profound questions about self-reference and definition. In this town, the barber has a specific rule: he shaves only those men who do not shave themselves. Now, consider the question: does the barber shave himself? If the barber shaves himself, then according to his own rule, he must not shave himself, because he only shaves men who do not shave themselves. Conversely, if he does not shave himself, then he must shave himself because he shaves all men who do not shave themselves. This creates a logical contradiction. The barber cannot both shave himself and not shave himself simultaneously. This paradox challenges our understanding of set theory and self-reference, illustrating the complexities that arise when we try to define categories in a way that leads to contradictions. To visualize this paradox, think of it like this: if we define a set of all sets that do not contain themselves, we encounter a situation where the set itself cannot belong to the set without creating a contradiction. The barber paradox highlights significant implications for logic and mathematics. It invites us to reconsider how we define and categorize concepts. Can a set contain itself? Should our definitions be more precise to avoid such contradictions? One of the responses to this paradox involves the theory of types, which suggests that we need to categorize statements or sets in a hierarchy to avoid self-referential definitions that lead to paradoxes. By separating the levels of abstraction, we can prevent contradictions from arising. Philosophically, the barber paradox also prompts discussions about the nature of self-reference and the limits of language. It challenges our intuitive understanding of definitions and categories, pushing us to think critically about how we construct logical statements. In popular culture, the barber paradox has intrigued many thinkers and has been referenced in various discussions about logic and philosophy. It serves as a reminder of the complexities inherent in language and definition, illustrating how seemingly simple statements can lead to profound contradictions. Looking ahead, the barber paradox remains a valuable thought experiment for exploring the boundaries of logic, language, and definitions. By examining this paradox, we gain deeper insights into the challenges and limitations of self-reference and the logical frameworks we use to understand the world. In summary, the barber paradox is a fascinating puzzle that compels us to reconsider our notions of definition, self-reference, and the nature of logical systems. By engaging with this paradox and its implications, we can enhance our understanding of the complexities and intricacies of logical reasoning. The berry paradox. Imagine a scenario where a mathematician named Alice is pondering the concept of the smallest integer not definable in under 11 words. She excitedly writes down this phrase, believing it to be a unique description of a specific number. However, she soon encounters a perplexing problem. As Alice reflects on her own definition, she realizes that the phrase itself is only 10 words long. This means that the integer it describes must also be definable using fewer than 11 words. Thus, it creates a contradiction. The integer she initially thought could not be defined in under 11 words is, in fact, defined by her own concise phrase. This paradox challenges our understanding of language, definition, and the nature of numbers. It raises profound questions about how we categorize and describe mathematical objects. The very act of trying to define a number leads to a situation where the definition undermines its own criteria. To visualize this paradox, imagine it as a linguistic loop, where the attempt to capture something through language inadvertently reveals the limitations of that language. The berry paradox highlights the difficulties inherent in self-reference and the complexities of formal systems. In the realm of mathematics, the berry paradox has implications for set theory and the foundations of logic. It prompts discussions about the nature of definitions and the criteria we use to establish uniqueness among numbers. If a number can be defined in multiple ways, what does that say about the nature of mathematical existence? Philosophically, the Berry paradox invites us to reconsider our assumptions about language and meaning. It raises questions about the relationship between words and the concepts they represent. Can a definition truly be precise if it can lead to contradictory conclusions? In popular culture, this paradox has sparked curiosity and debate among mathematicians, philosophers, and linguists alike. It serves as an intriguing entry point for discussions around the limitations of language, the nature of truth, and the boundaries of human understanding. Looking ahead, the Berry paradox remains a captivating intellectual puzzle that encourages us to explore the nuances of language and definition. It serves as a reminder of the complexities that arise when we attempt to encapsulate the infinite within the finite confines of words. In summary, the Berry paradox is a thought-provoking examination of the interplay between language, definition, and mathematical existence. By delving into this paradox, we gain deeper insights into the challenges of self-reference and the philosophical questions surrounding the nature of knowledge and understanding. The bootstrap paradox. Imagine a scenario where time travel is possible, and you possess a time machine. Intrigued by the concept of causality, you decide to travel back in time to meet a famous author and give them a manuscript of your favorite book, claiming it as their own work. This action inspires the author, and they go on to publish the book, becoming a literary icon. However, as you delve deeper into this time travel experience, a perplexing question arises: if you wrote the manuscript and then traveled back in time to give it to the author, who originally wrote the book. The manuscript you handed over seems to have no clear origin. It exists in a loop where the past is influenced by the future, but the future also relies on the past. This creates a logical contradiction known as the bootstrap paradox, where an object or piece of information exists without any discernible point of creation. It challenges our understanding of cause and effect, as the timeline becomes a self-referential loop, raising questions about the nature of existence and originality. To visualize this paradox, think of it like this: if you could travel back in time and give a future version of yourself a book that you had already read, the question remains who wrote the book. The act of you giving the book to your past self suggests it must have been created somewhere, yet it appears to exist in a vacuum of authorship. The bootstrap paradox poses intriguing implications for our understanding of time travel. If such travel were possible, it could lead to situations where events or objects are created without a clear origin, complicating our notions of reality. This paradox leads to further discussions around the nature of time and the possibility of self-creation. One common interpretation of this paradox involves the concept of closed causal loops. According to this perspective, the timeline is self-consistent, and any information or object that travels back in time is part of a continuous cycle. In this view, the actions taken by you in the past are already accounted for in the timeline, and the paradox is resolved by accepting that the origins of certain events may remain ambiguous. Another approach to understanding the bootstrap paradox is through the lens of alternate timelines. Some theorists propose that when you travel back in time and influence events, you create a new branch in the timeline. In this scenario, the original timeline continues to exist, but the changes you made create a divergent path where the same book exists in both timelines, ultimately leading to confusion about its true author. The bootstrap paradox also invites philosophical discussions about determinism and free will. If your actions in the past are predetermined because they have already occurred, what does that mean for your ability to change the future? This paradox forces us to confront the implications of time travel on our understanding of choice and consequence. In popular culture, the bootstrap paradox has been explored in various media, from literature to films, often highlighting the complexities and implications of time travel. These narratives frequently play with the idea of self-creation and the murky waters of causality, providing a rich ground for exploration. Looking ahead, the bootstrap paradox remains a fascinating thought experiment that challenges our perceptions of time, causality, and reality. While time travel continues to be a theoretical concept, the paradox offers valuable insights into the complexities that would arise if such phenomena were possible. In summary, the bootstrap paradox is a compelling puzzle that prompts us to reconsider our notions of causality and the origins of information and objects. By examining the paradox and its implications, we deepen our understanding of the intricate relationships between time, existence, and the nature of reality. Imagine a scenario where a crocodile captures a child and promises to return the child to the parents if they can correctly predict what the crocodile will do next. The parents are understandably distressed and engage in a tense dialogue with the crocodile. The crocodile states that it will either return the child or keep the child. If the parents guess that the crocodile will return the child, the crocodile cannot fulfill that promise because it would mean it must keep the child instead. Conversely, if the parents predict that the crocodile will not return the child, then the crocodile must return the child to fulfill its promise. This creates a logical contradiction where the crocodile's actions seem to negate the initial premise. It cannot both keep and return the child based on the parent's prediction. This paradox challenges our understanding of promises, predictions, and the nature of knowledge. To visualize this paradox, think of it like this: the crocodile's promise introduces uncertainty into the situation. If the parents can foresee the crocodile's actions, the crocodile's ability to act freely becomes constrained by the prediction itself. This interplay between knowledge and action raises significant questions about determinism and free will. The crocodile paradox illustrates the complexities inherent in making predictions about behavior. It questions whether knowledge of an action can influence the outcome, leading to a situation where the very act of prediction alters the course of events. Moreover, this paradox has implications in various fields, including philosophy, logic, and even game theory. It prompts discussions about the nature of promises and how they interact with knowledge and agency. In philosophy, the crocodile paradox challenges our intuitive understanding of causality. If the parent's knowledge affects the crocodile's decision, does that mean the outcome is predetermined, or is there room for genuine choice? In popular culture, this paradox has inspired various narratives and discussions around fate, choice, and the consequences of our predictions. Writers and thinkers have used this scenario to explore themes of control, prediction, and the unpredictable nature of life. Looking ahead, the crocodile paradox remains a thought-provoking puzzle that encourages us to reconsider our notions of knowledge, action, and the interplay between them. It serves as a reminder of the complexities inherent in making predictions and the unpredictable nature of reality. In summary, the crocodile paradox is a compelling exploration of the relationship between knowledge and action. By examining this paradox, we gain insights into the challenges of predicting behavior and the broader philosophical questions surrounding determinism and free will. Imagine two physicists, Albert and Boris, who are exploring the strange world of quantum mechanics. They become intrigued by a thought experiment proposed by Einstein, Podolsky, and Rosen in 1935, now known as the EPR paradox. This experiment challenges the foundational principles of quantum mechanics and raises profound questions about the nature of reality. In their thought experiment, Albert and Boris consider a pair of entangled particles. When these particles are created, their properties become linked, regardless of the distance separating them. If they measure one particle's property like its spin, they instantly know the corresponding property of the other particle, even if it's light years away. This phenomenon is often referred to as spooky action at a distance. The paradox arises from the implications of this entanglement. According to quantum mechanics, measuring one particle affects the state of the other instantaneously. However, this seems to violate the principle of local realism, which posits that information cannot travel faster than the speed of light and that physical properties exist independently of measurement. To visualize this paradox, imagine two dice that are mysteriously linked. If Albert rolls one die and it shows a 6, Boris, no matter how far away, will find that his die shows a 6 as well, instantaneously. This challenges our intuitive understanding of cause and effect and raises the question: how can information travel faster than light? The EPR paradox challenges our understanding of reality and the nature of measurement in quantum mechanics. It invites us to question whether particles possess definite properties before measurement or if measurement itself creates those properties. This dilemma has led to significant debates about the interpretation of quantum mechanics. In the realm of physics, the EPR paradox has prompted various interpretations, including the Copenhagen interpretation, which suggests that particles do not have definite properties until measured. In contrast, hidden variable theories propose that there are underlying factors influencing the behavior of particles, maintaining local realism. Moreover, the EPR paradox has implications for the concept of locality in quantum mechanics. It raises questions about the interconnectedness of particles and the nature of reality itself, suggesting that the universe might be more interconnected than our classical intuitions allow. In popular culture, the EPR paradox has inspired narratives that explore themes of entanglement, communication across distances, and the nature of reality. Writers and creators have used this paradox to delve into the mysteries of quantum physics, inviting audiences to ponder the implications of entangled realities. Looking ahead, the EPR paradox remains a captivating exploration of quantum mechanics and the nature of reality. It encourages us to reflect on our understanding of measurement, locality, and the fundamental principles governing the universe. In summary, the paradox of the EPR paradox is a profound inquiry into the nature of quantum entanglement and reality. By examining this paradox, we gain insights into the complexities of quantum mechanics, the debate between local realism and non-locality, and the philosophical questions surrounding our understanding of the universe. Imagine a scenario where time travel is possible and you have a time machine. You decide to travel back in time to meet your grandfather when he was a young man. However, things take a dramatic turn. While you are in the past, you accidentally prevent your grandfather from meeting your grandmother. This means your parents were never born, and consequently, you were never born. Here is the twist: if you were never born, how could you have traveled back in time to prevent your grandfather from meeting your grandmother? If you never existed, you could not have gone back in time to create this situation in the first place. This creates a logical contradiction because your actions in the past seem to negate your own existence. This is known as the grandfather paradox. It is a classic problem in discussions about time travel and causality. The paradox challenges our understanding of cause and effect and raises questions about the consistency of time and the possibility of altering the past. To visualize this paradox, think of it like this: if you could go back and change events in a way that prevents your own existence, you create a situation where you should not have been able to make those changes. This creates a paradox where the cause, your time travel, contradicts the effect, your existence. The grandfather paradox is not just a theoretical puzzle, it has significant implications for our understanding of time travel. If such time travel were possible, it could lead to contradictions and complex issues regarding causality and the flow of time. The grandfather paradox leads to intriguing questions about the nature of time and reality. If time travel to the past could result in such paradoxes, what does this mean for the possibility of traveling back in time? One common response to the paradox involves the concept of parallel universes or alternate timelines. According to this theory, if you were to travel back in time and alter events, you would create a new parallel timeline where the changes take place. In this new timeline, your actions would have prevented your own existence in that specific timeline, but it would not affect the original timeline you came from. In this way, the grandfather paradox is resolved by suggesting that time travel creates branching timelines rather than altering a single fixed timeline. Each timeline remains consistent within its own context, avoiding contradictions by separating the changes into different realities. Another approach to addressing the paradox is the idea of time loops or closed time-like curves. This theory suggests that events in the past are part of a closed loop, meaning that any actions you take when traveling back in time are already accounted for in the timeline. Essentially, you might find that you cannot change significant events in the past because they are already integrated into the timeline. In this view, the paradox is resolved by the idea that the timeline is self-consistent. Your actions, even if they seem to contradict the possibility of your existence, are part of a larger unchangeable loop of events that does not allow for contradictions. The grandfather paradox also prompts discussions about the limitations of our understanding of time and causality. It challenges our intuitive notions of cause and effect and forces us to reconsider how we think about the flow of time and the possibility of altering past events. The grandfather paradox is more than just a philosophical puzzle, it has implications for various fields, including physics, philosophy, and even popular culture. The paradox stimulates discussions about the nature of time, causality, and the feasibility of time travel. In physics, the paradox raises questions about the consistency of physical laws and the possibility of time travel. While many theories, such as Einstein's theory of relativity, allows for the theoretical possibility of time travel, but it also implies constraints that could prevent paradoxes like the grandfather paradox from occurring. For example, some physicists argue that certain conditions, such as the need for infinite energy or closed time-like curves, may prevent paradoxical scenarios. Philosophically, the paradox challenges our understanding of determinism and free will. If time travel were possible, it could lead to questions about whether our actions are predetermined or whether we have the freedom to alter the course of events. The paradox forces us to grapple with the implications of altering past events and the potential consequences for our understanding of reality. In popular culture, the grandfather paradox has inspired numerous works of fiction, ranging from novels to movies, exploring the complexity and consequences of time travel. These fictional portrayals often play with the paradox in creative ways, highlighting the challenges and potential solutions to time travel dilemmas. Looking ahead, the grandfather paradox remains a valuable thought experiment for exploring the boundaries of our understanding of time and reality. While time travel remains a theoretical concept, the paradox provides insights into the challenges and limitations that would arise if such phenomena were possible. In summary, the grandfather paradox is a compelling puzzle that prompts us to reconsider our notions of time, causality, and the nature of reality. By examining the paradox and its implications, we gain a deeper understanding of the complexities associated with time travel and the broader philosophical questions it raises. Imagine a philosopher named Lydia who is deeply interested in the concept of change. She spends her days contemplating how everything in the universe is in a constant state of flux. From the seasons shifting to the aging of living beings, change seems to be an inherent aspect of existence. However, this leads her to a perplexing paradox. If everything is in a state of change, how can we ever truly define or understand anything? To illustrate this paradox, consider a river. When you step into a river at one moment, you encounter a specific flow of water. Yet, if you were to step in again just a moment later, the water you once touched has already moved on. This raises the question, can the river ever be the same? If it's constantly changing, what does it mean to say this is the river? Lydia realizes that this paradox challenges our understanding of identity and continuity. If everything is in a state of change, then how can we talk about things possessing a stable identity over time? This leads to deeper inquiries about the nature of objects and the essence of being. In philosophy, this paradox has roots in various schools of thought. Heraclitus famously stated, "You cannot step into the same river twice," emphasizing the idea that change is the only constant. In contrast, Parmenides argued that change is an illusion, positing that true reality is unchanging and eternal. This philosophical tension between change and permanence creates a rich dialogue about the nature of existence. Moreover, the paradox of change has implications in metaphysics and epistemology. If everything is subject to change, how do we acquire knowledge? Can we ever truly know something if it's continually evolving? This question invites Lydia to consider the nature of perception and the reliability of knowledge in a world where nothing remains the same. In the context of psychology, the paradox of change can be seen in human development and personal growth. People undergo significant transformations throughout their lives, emotionally, physically, and intellectually. Yet, individuals often grapple with their sense of self and continuity. How do we maintain a coherent identity amid constant change? In popular culture, the paradox of change is explored in various narratives, from stories of personal transformation to tales of societal evolution. Writers and filmmakers have used this paradox to delve into themes of identity, loss, and renewal, inviting audiences to reflect on the nature of change in their own lives. Looking ahead, the paradox of change remains a compelling exploration of existence, identity, and knowledge. It encourages us to reflect on how we understand the world and ourselves when faced with the inevitability of change. In summary, the paradox of change is a profound inquiry into the nature of existence and identity. By examining this paradox, we gain insights into the complexities of change, the philosophical debates surrounding permanence, and the challenges of understanding the paradox in a fluid world. Imagine a philosopher named Clara who becomes fascinated by the ancient thinker Parmenides, known for his radical ideas about existence and reality. Parmenides posits a bold claim: what is, what is not, is not. This assertion leads Clara to grapple with a profound paradox regarding the nature of being and non-being. At the heart of Parmenides' philosophy is the idea that change and plurality are illusions. He argues that for something to exist, it must be unchanging and eternal. If everything is subject to change, it cannot truly exist, as existence implies stability. This leads Clara to question, if change is impossible, how can we account for the observable world around us? To illustrate this paradox, consider a tree in a forest. When Clara sees the tree, it appears to grow, shed leaves, and change with the seasons. However, according to Parmenides, these changes are mere perceptions. The essence of the tree remains unchanged. This raises the question, if everything is in a constant state of flux, how can we reconcile our experiences with Parmenides' assertion of unchanging being? Clara realizes that this paradox challenges our understanding of reality. If we accept Parmenides' view, we must confront the idea that our sensory experiences, what we perceive as change, diversity, and movement, are fundamentally misleading. This leads to a deeper inquiry into the nature of knowledge and the role of perception in shaping our understanding of existence. In the realm of philosophy, Parmenides' ideas have sparked extensive debate. His dichotomy between being and non-being has influenced later thinkers, including Plato, who sought to reconcile the notion of unchanging forms with the changing material world. This tension between permanence and change continues to resonate in contemporary philosophy, particularly in discussions of metaphysics and ontology. Moreover, the paradox of Parmenides has implications in science. The study of particle physics reveals a world of constant change at the subatomic level, challenging the notion of a stable reality. This interplay between the seemingly contradictory ideas of permanence and flux invites us to reconsider our understanding of existence in light of modern discoveries. In popular culture, the paradox of Parmenides has inspired narratives exploring themes of reality, perception, and the nature of existence. From philosophical novels to science fiction films, creators have used Parmenides' ideas to engage audiences in deep reflections on what it means to be. Looking ahead, the paradox of Parmenides remains a thought-provoking exploration of existence and reality. It encourages us to reflect on the complexities of being, the reliability of our perceptions, and the philosophical questions surrounding change and stability. In summary, the paradox of Parmenides is a profound inquiry into the nature of existence and the tension between being and becoming. By examining this paradox, we gain insights into the philosophical debates that shape our understanding of reality, the role of perception, and the fundamental questions about what it means to exist. Imagine a logician named Emma who becomes fascinated by self-referential statements, those that refer to themselves in some way. She encounters a classic example, the statement "this sentence is false." If the sentence is true, then it must be false as it claims. However, if it is false, then it must be true, as it accurately states its own falsehood. Emma finds herself ensnared in a logical paradox that challenges her understanding of truth and reference. As she delves deeper, Emma realizes that self-referential statements can create a web of contradictions, leading to complex philosophical dilemmas. This paradox raises questions about the foundations of logic and meaning. If a statement can refer to itself and create a contradiction, what does that say about our understanding of truth? To visualize this paradox, picture a mirror reflecting another mirror, creating an infinite regression of images. Each reflection seems to validate the existence of the other, yet they also create an endless loop that defies resolution. Emma grapples with the implications of this self-referential nature, recognizing that it disrupts the conventional understanding of logical consistency. The paradox of self-reference challenges our assumptions about language and meaning. It invites Emma to consider whether language can ever be fully self-contained or if it inevitably leads to contradictions. This paradox raises profound inquiries about the limitations of formal systems and the nature of truth itself. In philosophy, self-reference has been a topic of extensive discussion, particularly in relation to systems of logic and language. The famous liar paradox illustrates how self-referential statements can undermine our understanding of truth. This has implications for epistemology, as it questions how we acquire knowledge and the reliability of our statements. Moreover, the paradox of self-reference has inspired various theories in mathematics and computer science, particularly in the fields of set theory and programming. The concept of a set that contains itself or recursive functions challenges our understanding of definitions and operations, leading to deeper insights into the structure of mathematical systems. In popular culture, self-reference plays a significant role in narratives that explore themes of identity, perception, and reality. Writers and creators have used self-referential elements to engage audiences in a playful, yet thought-provoking manner, inviting them to reflect on the nature of meaning and interpretation. Looking ahead, the paradox of self-reference remains a captivating exploration of language, logic, and philosophy. It encourages us to reflect on the complexities inherent in self-reference and the implications for our understanding of truth and meaning. In summary, the paradox of self-reference is a profound inquiry into the nature of language and logic. By examining this paradox, we gain insights into the challenges of self-reference, the foundations of truth, and the philosophical questions surrounding the nature of meaning and understanding. Imagine a physicist named David who is deeply engrossed in the study of time and space-time. He becomes increasingly intrigued by the concept of the block universe, a model in which past, present, and future are all equally real and exist simultaneously. In this view, the universe is seen as a four-dimensional block, where every event, time, and moment is laid out in a fixed structure. As David explores this idea, he faces a perplexing paradox. If all moments in time exist simultaneously, then what does it mean for us to experience time as a linear flow? This challenges his intuitive understanding of change, causality, and free will. If the future is predetermined within this block, how can we claim to make choices or influence outcomes? To visualize this paradox, imagine a vast tapestry where every thread represents a moment in time. Each thread is woven together, creating a complete picture that exists all at once. David grapples with the idea that while he perceives time as a series of unfolding events, the tapestry suggests a static reality where all events are predetermined. The paradox of the block universe raises profound questions about the nature of time and existence. If the future is already laid out, can we truly speak of free will? Are our choices mere illusions within a predetermined framework? David becomes increasingly aware that this model challenges traditional notions of agency and responsibility. In philosophy, the block universe has sparked debates about determinism versus indeterminism. If every event is fixed within the block, does that imply a deterministic universe where everything is set in stone? Conversely, if some events are truly open-ended, how do they fit into the block model? Moreover, the paradox of the block universe has implications in the realm of physics, particularly in the context of relativity. Einstein's theory suggests that time is not an absolute flow but a dimension intertwined with space. This raises questions about the nature of time itself and our perception of temporal progression. In popular culture, the concept of the block universe has inspired narratives that explore time travel, alternate realities, and the nature of existence. Writers and filmmakers have used this paradox to delve into themes of fate, choice, and the fabric of reality, inviting audiences to reconsider their relationship with time. Looking ahead, the paradox of the block universe remains a fascinating exploration of time, reality, and existence. It encourages us to reflect on our understanding of change and the implications of a timeless universe. In summary, the paradox of the block universe is a profound inquiry into the nature of time and the structure of reality. By examining this paradox, we gain insights into the complexities of determinism, free will, and the philosophical questions surrounding our experience of time and existence. Imagine a philosopher named Clara who is fascinated by the concept of time. She spends her days pondering the nature of existence and the experience of the present moment. Clara becomes increasingly captivated by the idea of the eternal now, the notion that past and future are mere constructs, and that only the present truly exists. As Clara reflects on this concept, she realizes that while humans perceive time as a linear progression, where moments flow from past to future, the reality of the eternal now suggests that each moment is simultaneously fleeting and eternal. This creates a paradox. If only the present moment is real, how can we account for memories of the past or expectations of the future? To visualize this paradox, imagine standing at the edge of a vast ocean, where every wave represents a moment in time. Although each wave appears to crash upon the shore and recede, the ocean itself, the eternal now, remains constant and unchanging. Clara finds herself caught between the fluidity of individual moments and the stability of the present. The paradox of the eternal now challenges our understanding of time and existence. It invites us to question the very nature of reality. If the past is gone and the future is yet to come, what does it mean to truly exist in the present? Can we ever fully grasp the eternal now, or are we perpetually chasing moments that elude us? Philosophically, this paradox raises profound inquiries about consciousness and perception. If our experience of time is rooted in the present, how do we reconcile this with our memories and anticipations? Clara wonders whether the act of remembering or planning diminishes the significance of the present moment. In spirituality and mindfulness practices, the eternal now serves as a central theme, emphasizing the importance of living in the moment. Yet, the paradox remains: while we strive to embrace the present, our thoughts often drift to the past or future, revealing the tension between our aspirations and our lived experience. The paradox of the eternal now also has implications in science, particularly in physics, where time is explored as a dimension. Theories of relativity challenge our conventional understanding of time, suggesting that past, present, and future may coexist in ways we cannot easily perceive. In popular culture, this paradox has inspired narratives that explore themes of time travel, existential reflection, and the search for meaning in the fleeting nature of life. Writers and thinkers have used the concept of the eternal now to delve into the human experience, questioning how we navigate the complexities of existence. Looking ahead, the paradox of the eternal now remains a captivating exploration of time and consciousness. It encourages us to reflect on our relationship with the present and the ways in which we experience reality. In summary, the paradox of the eternal now is a profound inquiry into the nature of time and existence. By examining this paradox, we gain insights into the complexities of living in the moment and the philosophical questions surrounding the paradox of reality and experience. Imagine a philosopher named Leo who is drawn to a thought experiment proposed by philosopher Robert Nozick, the experience machine. This hypothetical device offers users the chance to experience their ideal life through a series of pleasurable and fulfilling experiences, all while being completely unaware that they are plugged into a machine. Leo finds himself grappling with a profound paradox. If the machine can provide endless happiness, why would not everyone choose to live in it? To illustrate this paradox, consider a scenario where Leo has the option to plug into the experience machine. Once connected, he could live a life filled with adventures, successes, and unending joy, completely tailored to his desires. The catch: he would lose touch with reality, and his experiences would be nothing more than illusions. Leo contemplates the implications of choosing the machine over real life. On one hand, the promise of pure pleasure is enticing. On the other, he wonders about the value of authentic experiences, relationships, and the challenges that shape personal growth. This leads him to question, is happiness derived solely from pleasurable experiences, or does it also require genuine engagement with reality, including its hardships? The paradox challenges our understanding of well-being and fulfillment. If the experience machine can simulate a perfect life, why do many people instinctively reject the idea of plugging in? Leo realizes that this instinct might stem from a deeper understanding of what it means to live a meaningful life. In philosophy, the experience machine raises significant questions about the nature of pleasure, reality, and authenticity. It prompts discussions about the distinction between real and simulated experiences, as well as the importance of genuine human connections and achievements. Moreover, the paradox has implications in ethics and existentialism. It encourages individuals to reflect on their values and what they truly seek in life. Is it enough to feel pleasure, or is the pursuit of truth, authenticity, and personal growth equally important? In popular culture, the experience machine has inspired narratives that explore themes of virtual reality, escapism, and the nature of happiness. Films, books, and video games often delve into the consequences of choosing artificial experiences over real-life connections and challenges, inviting audiences to reflect on their own values and desires. Looking ahead, the paradox of the experience machine remains a compelling exploration of happiness, reality, and the human experience. It encourages us to consider what it means to live a fulfilling life and the trade-offs we make in pursuit of pleasure. In summary, the paradox of the experience machine is a profound inquiry into the nature of happiness and the value of authentic experiences. By examining this paradox, we gain insights into philosophical debates surrounding well-being, the importance of reality, and the fundamental questions about the paradox of the explanatory gap. Imagine a philosopher named Bob who is deeply intrigued by the nature of consciousness. He spends countless hours contemplating why and how subjective experiences arise from physical processes in the brain. Despite his extensive knowledge of neuroscience, Bob grapples with a perplexing dilemma. He understands that brain activity can be measured and mapped, yet he struggles to explain why these neural patterns correspond to specific feelings, sensations, or thoughts. This gap between the physical processes of the brain and the qualitative experience of consciousness creates what is known as the explanatory gap. As Bob delves deeper, he realizes that even the most sophisticated scientific explanations fail to bridge this divide. While he can describe the neural mechanisms associated with pain, for example, he cannot fully account for the subjective experience of what it feels like to be in pain. This leaves him feeling frustrated and uncertain. To visualize this paradox, think of it as a chasm between two cliffs, one representing the physical workings of the brain and the other the rich landscape of conscious experience. No matter how many scientific insights Bob gathers, he finds it difficult to construct a bridge that connects the two. The explanatory gap challenges our understanding of consciousness and raises profound questions about the relationship between the mind and the body. It invites us to consider whether physical explanations can ever fully capture the essence of subjective experience. In philosophy, the explanatory gap has sparked debates about the nature of consciousness itself. Is it a purely physical phenomenon, or is there something inherently non-physical about our experiences? This paradox has implications for various fields, including cognitive science, psychology, and artificial intelligence. Moreover, the explanatory gap has inspired numerous theories and thought experiments. Some propose that consciousness is an emergent property of complex systems, while others argue for a dualistic view where mind and body are fundamentally separate. Each perspective attempts to grapple with the complexities of this paradox. In popular culture, the explanatory gap has influenced various narratives exploring the nature of identity, artificial intelligence, and the essence of what it means to be human. Writers and thinkers have used this paradox to delve into themes of consciousness, existence, and the limits of human understanding. Looking ahead, the explanatory gap remains a compelling puzzle that encourages us to explore the depths of consciousness and the mysteries of our subjective experiences. It serves as a reminder of the challenges inherent in bridging the divide between the physical and the experiential. In summary, the explanatory gap is a profound exploration of the relationship between the mind and the body. By examining this paradox, we gain insights into the complexities of consciousness and the philosophical questions surrounding the nature of experience and understanding. Imagine a philosopher named Mark who is captivated by the concept of the void, nothingness, emptiness, and the absence of existence. He begins to ponder a perplexing paradox: if the void is truly nothing, how can we even discuss or conceive of it? The very act of thinking about the void seems to imply that it exists in some form, which raises profound questions about the nature of existence and non-existence. To illustrate this paradox, consider the idea of an empty space, a vacuum devoid of matter. If we declare a region of space to be empty, we are still referring to something, a concept or a state of being. This leads Mark to wonder, can we ever truly have a concept of nothing? If nothing can be defined or described, does it not, in some way, become something? Mark realizes that this paradox has deep philosophical implications. Throughout history, thinkers have grappled with the nature of the void. In Buddhism, the concept of sunyata, emptiness, suggests that all things are empty of inherent existence, challenging our understanding of reality. In contrast, existentialist philosophers like Jean-Paul Sartre have explored the void as a source of freedom, where the absence of predetermined meaning allows individuals to create their own essence. The paradox of the void also raises questions about language and meaning. How can we articulate concepts that seem to defy description? When we speak of the void, are we using language to point to something that cannot be encapsulated in words? This invites Mark to consider the limitations of human cognition and expression when grappling with abstract ideas. In cosmology, the void takes on additional significance. The vastness of space is often described as a nearly empty expanse, yet it is filled with dark matter and energy that we cannot directly observe. This challenges our understanding of what it means for something to be empty and invites questions about the fabric of the universe itself. In popular culture, the paradox of the void is explored in narratives that delve into themes of existence, identity, and the nature of reality. From science fiction exploring alternate dimensions to philosophical novels contemplating the meaning of life, creators have used the concept of the void to engage audiences in deep reflections on existence. Looking ahead, the paradox of the void remains a captivating exploration of existence, meaning, and the nature of reality. It encourages us to reflect on the complexities of nothingness and the implications for our understanding of being. In summary, the paradox of the void is a profound inquiry into the nature of nothingness and existence. By examining this paradox, we gain insights into the philosophical debates surrounding the void, the limitations of language, and the deeper questions about the fabric of reality itself. Imagine you are a contestant on a game show, hosted by Monty Hall. You are presented with 3 doors. Behind one door is a shiny new car, the prize you want, and behind the other 2 doors are goats, which you do not want. After you choose one door, Monty, who knows what's behind each door, opens another door, revealing a goat. You are then given the option to stick with your original choice or switch to the remaining unopened door. At first glance, it might seem like it doesn't matter whether you switch or stay. After all, there are 2 doors left. However, the Monty Hall problem reveals a surprising twist. Switching doors actually gives you a 2/3 chance of winning the car, while sticking with your original choice gives you only a 1/3 chance. This counterintuitive result creates a paradox that challenges our understanding of probability. To visualize this paradox, consider the following breakdown of the situation. Initial choice: you choose one door, 1/3 chance of the car, 2/3 chance of a goat. Monty opens a door. Monty will always open a door revealing a goat. This action provides additional information. Final decision: you can either stick with your choice or switch to the other unopened door. If you analyze the outcomes. If your initial choice was the car, 1/3 chance, switching loses. If your initial choice was a goat, 2/3 chance, switching wins. Thus, by switching, you double your chances of winning the car. the Monty Hall problem challenges our intuitive understanding of probability and decision-making. Many people instinctively believe that since there are two options left, the chances should be equal. However, the problem illustrates how our intuition can be misleading, especially in scenarios involving conditional probability. In the realm of mathematics and psychology, the Monty Hall problem has been studied extensively. It serves as a powerful example of how people often misinterpret probabilities and make decisions based on flawed reasoning. This has implications for fields such as behavioral economics, where understanding human decision-making is crucial. In popular culture, the Monty Hall problem has been referenced in various contexts, from game shows to academic discussions. It invites audiences to engage with probability theory and explore the nuances of decision-making in uncertain situations. Looking ahead, the Monty Hall problem remains a fascinating exploration of probability and human reasoning. It encourages us to reflect on how we approach decisions and the importance of understanding the underlying principles of chance. In summary, the paradox of the Monty Hall problem is a profound inquiry into probability and decision-making. By examining this paradox, we gain insights into the complexities of chance, the fallibility of human intuition, and the philosophical questions surrounding predestination and uncertainty. Imagine a world where time travel is not just a dream but a reality. You find yourself with a time machine and decide to embark on a journey to the past. Your objective is to meet a famous historical figure, someone whose actions shape the course of history. However, as you delve into the past, you inadvertently become part of the very events you and #039 retrying to observe. In a twist of fate, your presence alters the timeline in such a way that the historical figure you and #039 retrying to meet ends up taking a different path, ultimately leading to the same historical outcome. This creates a perplexing situation. How could your existence and actions in the past have been predetermined if they were influenced by your time travel? This scenario is known as the predestination paradox. It raises profound questions about the nature of time, causality, and free will. If every action you take in the past has already been accounted for in the future, it suggests that your journey through time was always part of a predetermined timeline. Consider this: you travel back to ensure that a specific event occurs, only to find that your efforts were essential in shaping that event all along. This paradox challenges our understanding of cause and effect, as it blurs the lines between free will and destiny. If your actions are both the cause and the effect of the same event, where does true agency lie? To visualize this paradox, think of it like a tightly woven tapestry, where each thread represents an event in time. When you pull on one thread, your time travel, it may seem like you and #039 re-altering the pattern, but in reality, that alteration was always part of the design. Your actions, while seemingly spontaneous, were already woven into the fabric of time. The predestination paradox invites us to explore the implications of time travel on our understanding of reality. If time is a closed loop where events are predestined, does that mean our choices are illusory? Are we merely players acting out a script that has already been written? Philosophically, this paradox raises significant discussions about determinism and the nature of choice. If our actions are predetermined, what does that mean for concepts like moral responsibility and individual agency? These questions force us to confront unsettling thoughts about the limits of our freedom in a seemingly predetermined universe. In popular culture, the predestination paradox has inspired numerous stories in literature and film, often portraying characters who grapple with their roles in a predetermined timeline. These narratives explore the tension between free will and fate, illustrating the complexities that arise when time travel is involved. Looking ahead, the predestination paradox remains a fascinating thought experiment that challenges our perceptions of time and reality. It encourages us to question the nature of our existence and the intricate connections between past, present, and future. In summary, the predestination paradox serves as a compelling narrative that prompts us to reconsider our understanding of time, causality, and free will. By examining this paradox, we gain deeper insights into the philosophical implications of time travel and the intricate web of events that shape our reality. Imagine a scenario where two identical twins, Alice and Bob, embark on a journey through space. Alice decides to stay on Earth while Bob boards a spacecraft designed for near-light speed travel. As he speeds away from Earth, time for Bob begins to slow down relative to Alice due to the effects of Einstein's theory of relativity. After what seems like a few years for Bob on his spacecraft, he turns around and returns to Earth. To his astonishment, he finds that many years have passed on Earth. Alice, who has aged normally, is now much older than her twin brother. This creates a perplexing situation. How can Bob, who traveled at relativistic speeds, have aged less than Alice, even though they were born at the same time? This phenomenon is known as the twin paradox. At first glance, it appears to create a contradiction. If both twins are in a state of relative motion, how can one age more slowly than the other? The answer lies in the fact that Bob and #039's journey is not symmetrical. While Alice remains in an inertial frame of reference not accelerating, Bob experiences acceleration when he turns around to return home. To visualize this paradox, think of it like this: while both twins are experiencing time, their paths through spacetime are different due to the effects of acceleration and relativistic speeds. Bob's journey involves leaving Earth, traveling at speeds close to that of light, and then returning, which alters his experience of time compared to Alice's steady existence. The twin paradox challenges our intuitive notions of time and simultaneity. It forces us to confront the idea that time is not an absolute entity but rather a relative experience depending on speed and gravity. In this way, the paradox illustrates the fascinating implications of Einstein's theory of relativity. Moreover, the paradox has implications for our understanding of simultaneity. Events that appear simultaneous to one observer may not be simultaneous to another, depending on their relative motion. This challenges our conventional notions of cause and effect, raising questions about the nature of reality itself. In popular culture, the twin paradox has inspired numerous narratives in science fiction, exploring themes of time travel, identity, and the nature of existence. Writers have used this paradox to delve into the complexities of time and human experience, inviting audiences to reflect on the implications of relativistic physics. Looking ahead, the twin paradox remains a fascinating exploration of time, space, and identity. It encourages us to reflect on our understanding of time and the profound implications of Einstein and #039's theories for our perception of reality. In summary, the paradox of the twin paradox is a profound inquiry into the nature of time and existence. By examining this paradox, we gain insights into the complexities of relativity, the nature of identity, and the philosophical questions surrounding our experience of time and reality. Imagine a scenario where a race is held between a swift runner and a tortoise. To make the race fair, the tortoise is given a head start. As the race begins, the runner takes off, reaching the point where the tortoise started. However, by the time the runner reaches that point, the tortoise has moved a little further ahead. This leads to a curious situation. Every time the runner reaches the last position of the tortoise has moved on. This continues infinitely. The runner will always be a step behind, theoretically never able to catch up to the tortoise. This is known as Zeno's paradox. Zeno, a Greek philosopher, crafted this paradox to challenge our understanding of motion and infinity. It raises profound questions about the nature of space and time. If the runner can never overtake the tortoise, how can we explain the reality of movement? To visualize this paradox, consider it as a series of steps. The runner must first reach the point where the tortoise began, then the point where the tortoise has moved, and so on. Each of these steps, while finite, leads to an infinite series of tasks that seem to suggest the runner can never complete the race. Zeno's paradox challenges our intuitive notions of distance and time. It forces us to reconsider how we perceive motion. If this infinite regression holds true, what does it say about the physical world we experience? In modern mathematics, we address Zeno's paradox through the concept of limits and calculus. By understanding that an infinite series can converge to a finite value, we see that the runner can indeed reach the tortoise, resolving the paradox in a mathematical sense. Philosophically, however, Zeno's paradox remains significant. It prompts discussions about the nature of reality, infinity, and the continuum of space and time. It compels us to grapple with the implications of motion and the structure of our universe. In popular culture, Zeno's paradox has inspired numerous explorations in literature and film, often highlighting the complexities of perception and reality. These narratives play with the ideas of motion and infinity, illustrating the paradox and #039's enduring impact on our understanding. Looking ahead, Zeno's paradox serves as a valuable thought experiment, inviting us to explore the boundaries of our understanding of motion and reality. While we can mathematically resolve the paradox, its philosophical implications continue to provoke thought about the nature of existence. In summary, Zeno's paradox is a compelling puzzle that prompts us to reconsider our notions of motion, infinity, and the fundamental nature of reality. By examining the paradox and its implications, we gain deeper insights into the complexities associated with movement and the broader philosophical questions it raises.